Data from the National Coalition Against Domestic Violence shows that an average of 20 people per minute are physically abused by intimate partners in the United States. However, there are very few modern tools to help victims escape domestic violence. The Gabby Petito Foundation and Looped Solutions have partnered together to launch Hero QR to empower survivors with necessary modern safety tools. Gabby Petito's mom and president of the Gabby Petito Foundation, Nicole Schmidt, joins me to share more on Hero QR. Thanks for being here, Nicole.
Thanks for having me.
So before we go into details about what Hero QR is, to raise money for this, there's a 1-million-to-1 fundraiser. Can you share with us how that works?
Absolutely. And the truth is, with a lot of these fundraisers, we could probably find a major donor. But just funding that alone isn't enough. 1-million-to-1 isn't about the donors themselves. It's about building a community of people who believe victims deserve technology that protects them, not technology that puts them in danger. So when 1 million people stand behind a solution, lawmakers listen, agencies pay attention, an entire ecosystem shifts. This isn't just fundraising, it's a movement building strategy for us.
I love that, the movement. Tell us a little bit now about the idea behind Hero QR.
Sure. Hero QR was created to bridge the gap between first responders and experts who can safely guide a victim in real time. This isn't just another tool, it's a quiet lifeline. Hero QR can connect someone to trained advocates in a clandestine way, which is a very private, hidden door way. I often think about Gabby and how different her outcome might have been if there had been a discreet way for her to be connected without fear or pressure or leaving more questions than answers. But that's what Hero QR really is. It's a safer option, a silent escape route, a connection victims can trust. It's not just technology. You know, it's a pathway to intervention, prevention, and hope for survivors.
Right. Digital surveillance makes it incredibly difficult for victims to get the help they need. Hero QR works to fight that problem, right?
Yeah, you know, stalkerware is a technology that abusers are using now, and Hero QR is a tool to fight against that. It gives victims a safe, hidden way to reach trained experts without showing up in, phone history or alerting the abuser. It has the ability to detect stalkerware in the phone. A lot of victims don't know how they're being watched or stalked by their abusers, and this is a way to help them. And it's not the whole solution, it's just another piece of the puzzle. And that's why we're here to create the technology needed for that.
The Gabby Petito Foundation also formed the Committee for Victim Technology Reform. Share with us a little bit more about that committee.
Our goal really is to build a whole new technology sector focused on victim safety, tools that protect, prevent harm, make help accessible to everyone. And we want to pour millions into this innovative market for victim safety. The goal is to spark the innovation, deter the abusers, and expand access to victims in marginalized communities and establish standards that ensure accountability across the industry. The committee is creating that ecosystem. Safety is the baseline. Technology is a lifeline for victims instead of a weapon for abusers.
Finally, how can people help with your movement, the fundraiser, to help move the goal forward here for change?
Well, very simple. You can help by just giving $1 or more if you'd like, but you can go to givebutter.com/Gabby'sMillion. Even more important, share it. This is something that we want everybody to be a part of. Let's create a movement where technology is keeping, victims and survivors safe out there. So I really appreciate you having me today.
Absolutely. Nicole Schmidt, thanks for coming on. Best of luck to you in this movement, and hopefully we can get meaningful change.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.